Go. Build mode itself should realistically be taken off. There we go. Thank you, Saribot. You're a lovely little friend. Let's just move over here while we let the ad plays go in. It also helps to make sure the chat's working as well, so nothing lost there. Oh, right, we need the chat block. There we go. Don't gotta worry about anything. Since general chat barely gets used in 14 anyways, unless you're in a super populated area. Let's see, we're 95, quests are under 93, we're good. Hello, cat. Third promise, I seek your elector for the right of succession. The claimants who may enter. Okay. Simple enough. Oh, I figured this would be voiced. Okay, guess not. Yeah. That do be the beast. Very lengthy beast, too. Use it for jump rope, actually. Hello there. You look no different than most of the people in this town. Zermwormer. Okay. Tural Vidral, whose name has evoked terror since immemorial. Fair. Even my people, once conquerors of all beneath the sun, were as brittle leaves before the tremendous power. Kinda looks like you'd mix a dragon and a phoenix, almost. Still expecting us to fight this at some point, though. Titanic battle with beast rage for 10 days and 10 nights. And as their foe fought, tireless and relentless, our heroes were pushed beyond the limits of their endurance. As you do. Thus did the head of reason concoct a desperate plan. Gubul Jaja tricked the Skyrian into losing control of its own ice magics, causing the unwitting Torald Vidral to encase itself in frozen aether. Well, good job, voice of reason. I mean, yeah, it's a good plan, but how can it not unstuck itself? Oh, they're gonna find out, too. That's a good sign. I guess it's gonna have to be put down at some point. Setting future worries aside, you are to come to attempt the feat of proof, yes? The High Luminary, chosen elector of the Dawn Servant, has left me with instructions for all aspiring claimants. Okay. It's worrying that the High Luminary is not here, but you ought to scour our forbidding mountains and find the waiting Gerfler. Oh. So the search itself is the feat. You already spoken with my brothers, I take it? I have. Their expeditions are underway. So the other one may not be sneaking around just yet, which is a decent sign. But, yeah, putting us in last place is certainly a bit of a problem. Let's put you there, just so you're not blocking anything. Well, simple and straight to the point. Do search and rescue on the snowy mountaintops. I'd say that's a mostly common trend overall. So, look what you got. I'll take the money. As just been informed, the feat of proof requires us to seek the High Luminary Gerfafar somewhere upon these mountains. However, if earlier feats are any indication, we must assume the challenge precludes the Yolkoi from answering our questions in a straightforward manner. Thus, I would ask that you pay close attention while attempting to divine Gerfafar's. Oh, it's Gerfler's whereabouts. Though the giants may not give us a precise location, there may be clues hidden with their words, such as my theory. Anyway, let us see what we can discover. Simple enough. And she can't get swindled here, because these guys all seem pretty straightforward and to the point. So nothing wrong with that. So who's our first friend? Zerbular. Hello, Zerbular. Or Zerbular. Zerborlor. The Tuliolan. I guess we haven't actually met up with the Lalafels of this place yet. Okay. As for the High Luminary, I can only guess where he might be. He is warder of the Skyrian, but also the keeper of the sepulchres, and his duties often take him outside the village. Makes sense. He's probably not in the village, so that's probably the most straightforward they can get. What else can we glean about them? The next closest one is over here somewhere. Actually, I guess I should make a Twitter post as well, shouldn't I? Okay, that's auto-assuming correctly. Good evening, all. Welcome to Thursday. I'm already going with this, but Final Fantasy 14 tonight. Let's try and avoid the smoking gun in the room, shall we? In VTuber. Uber. probably remove all the other thumbnails that I'm not using. Good. Cool. Alrighty. Hello there, Yerger War. The Jabral who came out of the temple earlier, was that really the third promise? She seems rather unimposing. How is she meant to succeed the mighty Galul Jaja? Honestly, it's going to be a bit of a challenge. She is up for the challenge, though. Poor little kitty cat does need some emotional support from friends, mind, but nothing entirely wrong with that. And then Zerfurler. Asking after the High Luminary as well, are you? I know not where to find him, but I do hope you have the opportunity to speak. He's a great man with a deep reverence for our traditions. These glyphs we carve, for one, he affords them as much value as any treasure we possess. I mean, nothing wrong with keeping the language together. One of the grave sites, huh? So languages are important to them, so keep an eye out for those glyphs in the mountains, which I'm sure won't be completely impossible to see. What else do we got, though? Oh, we're just meeting up. We're not going to the grave. Oh. There's a group from Panda. Never hurts to play together as a guild. No, Alpha, no. Definitely nothing on that front. Unfortunately, folks are pretty tight-lipped about it. And the only real hint that I got is that he values tradition and that their glyphs are important. Oh, okay. I guess we did get told to visit the gravesite as well, but not explicitly that he tends to them. Yeah, we did get invited to the graveyard. A couple of goth kids looking for a good time. Okay, straightforward enough. Let's see what we can find at the graveyard then. Hello there, Kryle. Along the trail west, there are sharp drops everywhere, so we're all moving at our own pace. Some of us are not built for craggy terrain. Oh, calling out the Lalafels for being short. Okay. I've got my bearings from up here so I don't stumble off a cliff. Why don't you try catching up to Aaronville? He should be able to point you in the right direction. We're a Lalafell too. We also have trouble with this. Like, I have a polar bear that's like 8 times my size for a reason, Kyle. You should maybe get a mount of your own. It would help you out significantly, especially now that you have to paint your enemies to death. Oof. Well, it said to drop off cliffs, so... Oh, 200 to the northeast. That's close to here, actually. 1 second. Great east. That's just gonna be pretty out in the open, then. We're on top of that rock. Southeast. That's up there, isn't it? Please tell me I didn't just dump down from the area where I can actually get a hold of that. There it is. Sneaky little bastard. Come here. Alright then, let's go find Erenville. A little rabbit friend who's apparently better with animals than anyone else in this party. What's up with the meteor crash here? That's what you're looking at. There's no wood, no trees, not even dried grass, and yet the ground still burns. Must be one of the scars left by Valgamarada's rampage, as told by the saga. The Scarlian fires are described as eternal flames that can be quenched by neither storm nor time, and here I thought it's a literary embellishment. But now I've lost sight of Wilclamot. Proof is northwest along the main road, so hopefully she's still heading the right way. There's our little elf twink. Hey, buddy. Although I guess you probably should stop calling him a twink. He's not actually got guns now. I doubt that's the easiest balance to keep. Oh, okay. Next one's in this way anyways. Although 300 from here would imply here. Or it could be over here. 160. I really miss one down there. No, no to the west. They can still be up here. Hello. Windy boy, where are you? There we go. Always hate having to re-hunt these things down, so I'm glad to get them out of the way now. Oh. There is another one over there. Okay. Guess I'll have to go back there at some point. Hello there, Wook. And you found a nice gravekeeper, too. What's up with our patient gravekeeper? Will he open up the well for a piece of heart? Hmm. I mean, a lesson from a gravekeeper can do a lot, so... When a body has served its purpose, we co-sign it to the flames. So kind of a Viking funeral in a way. Burn the body and put it to their respective element. And going off the whole old tale of a person only truly dies when they're forgotten. That's not a bad way of taking it. Etch ourselves into the living chronicles for all eternity. Smart way of doing it. There's flowers left for this one, though. Oh, he's got his own grave set up, too. Along this path of the inevitable passage, behold the history upon its walls, and you may find the answers to your questions. Okay. I'm assuming we can read their glyphs just fine. For in doing so, I will remain in your hearts also. Yes, but we don't know your name. So we'll only know you as the patient gravekeeper. That's not gonna help you very much, my dude. You're gonna be an unnamed NPC your entire existence. But the idea of carving your own gravestone is not inherently a bad thing. It's unique, for sure. Not a bad thing, though. Good. And hello. Welcome to Solace. The unfortunate spelling that Solace's name gets confused with a lot. Because it's unfortunately the proper spelling of the word. And I don't remember where Solace actually gets the L-I-C-E from. Should ask him again. Make sure to actually write it down. Out of curiosity, there is one to the west. I'm assuming it'll make me go there anyways, but may as well take a slight detour. Oh, he's a chronicler. Okay. Well, a chronicler would certainly help with getting the legends right. At least if their family is doing a good job with it, mind, but... They definitely do like their carvings, though. Not inherently a bad thing. Yeah, the events which shaped us, I would share them with you ere you continue on your way. Okay. Yeah, we're down for story time. It'd be better if this was voice mind, but 1100 years ago, of age of great prosperity for the Yokoi. Yokoi? Blessed with the size and strength unmatched by other peoples, our ancestors marched forth and brought much of Yok Toral under their dominion, rather. When all before them had been conquered, they turned their gaze north, seeking to expand their territory and power. Dangerous, but you guys had the physical strength for it. Our forefathers set to building a bridge to the northern lands, a grand labor which consumed the greater part of a century. Jesus Christ, that bridge took a century? Okay. Zergor, the Boundless. We still make use of that bridge in Tuliel for travel. Can't imagine the patience and dedication it took to complete a work of that scale. Oh, a lot, I promise you. What happened to your people in the north? Look to the spoiler page. Oh. Someone slaughtered them all. Okay. Good find. Expedition pushed force into Zaltaral. Those 1,000 years ago, its soldiers were felled by disease. Oh. They got scurvied. Hmm. Mild affliction of the sort that comes with the turning of the seasons. They all died to a cold. Oh, that's worse. Manifested for them were slight fevers and coughs, however proved deadly to our people. Ugh. Foreign bacterias. God, you gotta hate it. Ow. So the common cold is able to kill these people as well as make them impotent. That's a good sign. Hmm. Yeah. If there's that much of a problem with what is essentially a plague to your people. The reason they first left, why they had fought so long and pushed so far, was to ensure peace for our homeland. The undertaking began in ancient times when our forebears learned they shared the continent with peoples unlike to us in appearance to custom. They feared invasion was inevitable. I mean, fair. Rather than meekly wait their fate, they decided to strike the first blow, yet as they fought on, the idea of peace drifted further and further away. Certainly an issue. Only after the disaster on Zoctoral and their withdrawal to the mountains did they come to understand that war never changes. Peace we envisioned had been ours for the taking all along. It was here, in the place which birthed us, here in the stones upon which we recorded our days, here in this tranquil life we had traded for conquest and conflict. When you do nothing but fight, it can blind you to what's right before your eyes, which says a lot about the first and the two-header. So we return to the present. I trust you found this brief history of our people enlightening. Yes. I'm very sorry that a common cold kills your people. I'm still confused as to how that works, but... oh well. I guess we know what to do if we want to actually take them out. Oh, the summit. Okay. Now we get the fun part. I wonder how the second actually deals with that. Because the second may not be good enough for traversing a full mountain, but I could be wrong. Big bro is still gonna be big bro, even if he is the little bro. War core some more. Alrighty, let's go north. Or up, rather. Should be fine. And we get some side quests, too. Oh, it doesn't even want us going over here. Oh, the entire panda crew is over here. Hello, panda crew. Why do I get the feeling they're either questing or RPing? Granted, I'm on Cactuar. I'm assuming they're just going together to make life a bit easier. There we go. There we go. Assuming nothing else over here. Cool. Alrighty, well, we've got our adventure to do, so let's go climb us a mother flippin' mountain then. Interesting that they're all going as a group, though, just for one of their members. Good touch, though. I'd imagine they're just on a call chattering about while going about it, so nothing wrong with that. Well, don't you look fun? Gonna have to say no, Mr. Bull. We're not here for your shit. Oot. The Thin Mountain Air is gonna be the death of me. Yeah. Don't want to fall too far behind Alphano and the others. Alright, well, Clement. I know you get seasick, but let's see how you actually do up here in the skies. Fine. Oh. Noted, these are bombs. Whoops. There we go. Nice and simple. Oh, there's one down here. Okay. Hey, there's Solace. Welcome in. Ironically enough, we're actually in your place by extension. Or at least somewhere up here was called Solace, but the ACE spelling. No, not hell. We're actually at the top of a mountain, so the air is very thin. I would imagine fire would be very hard to keep up here. Yeah, welcome in. Hopefully the day has been treating you alright. With the fact that your stream notif was only 1 this morning, I'm assuming the ISP held out alright?
Gods, that is one tall mountain. And we're supposed to climb it?
We got company. Ooh. Yeah, I kind of figured, to be honest. Please tell me someone speaks their language.
He's speaking the old Yokhui tongue. The words are difficult to catch.
Oh, he knows it. Wait, why do you know this language?
Though your words are crude and cumbersome, I use them for your benefit.
Yeah, I can assume you're feeling pretty off last night after all that. Having that many disconnects was painful, admittedly. I can't imagine doing that again. But just gotta put some gear on Spectrum.
Tuliola loses a potential ruler.
That's a dark thing to say, friend. I get the feeling you don't share the opinions of the other Yokhui we've met.
Well, no, because he's dressed in red, so clearly he's a bad guy.
Do not grovel before Gulul, Jar Jar, like those shameless lapdogs.
No. Who do you grovel before?
Brethren and I are conquerors, and we will restore our people.
They're fighting for the throne.
Their rightful place.
Okay.
Astura's overlords.
I mean, you can try, but there's gonna be plenty of people stopping you.
Factions too, it seems.
You think your kin weak for showing deference to my father, but they do not follow the man. It is his peace they respect, a peace they always wanted, which they realized could be had right here.
These are just angry teenagers, then?
Of the Craven.
That's what it's sounding like at this point.
A case from our ancestors. From the dream we kept alive for 1,000 years and more.
Oh yeah, Solace, you good on your Arcanite sanity, by the way?
Unworthy of bearing our legacy.
Or Nikki fishing?
I will reclaim the glory of our people. And our ascension begins with the death of the third promise.
He looks angry.
Stop! I don't want to fight you.
Then die on your knees.
Well, that certainly doesn't look like a,
Opportunistic vermin. Seek to feast on us, do you?
apparently. Yeah, get fucked.
Get down here. Your neck will be the first I snap this day.
Get down here, bird. Let me fight you. Stop using your bitch magic. Oh, she tanked it. Good job, Look.
That's right.
Although leaving herself super wide open. Also, we are not a healer. I cannot help this man. Bye-bye, bird. Also, yes, Pectomancer does have a proper color swatch for themselves. It does come with their painting magic. It's not completely out of thin air.
Why do you help us?
You're allowed to have your opinions, sir.
Put much thought into it. My legs were moving before I knew what was happening.
At least she's honest.
I suppose I feared you'd die before we had the chance to get to know each other. before I could learn more about you.
I mean, he kind of said it.
What end?
He
Oh,
wants to conquer.
that's simple. If we're to share the land, it's the best way for us to become friends.
Man literally came up here, said, "I'm gonna shoot you with a gun," and then she just holds out her arms for a hug.
To walk under his own strength, however.
If you could stay and tend to him, the rest of us will continue on to Walker Zormor.
Warhorse armor.
Understood. Be careful up there.
Is Alphino going to be okay on his own?
Changes nothing. We will not forsake our conquest.
As you like. You want to kill me, you're welcome to try. But right now, you might want to worry about your comrade.
Really getting disrespected on here, buddy boy.
On a mountain of that size, there are bound to be creatures even I've never heard of. I'll trust you to lead the way.
Then we climb. Gefurler is waiting.
Gerfurler. Gerfurler. Yeah, really have to put the pronunciation on the fur, huh? I'm not sure if all of their names are going to have the pronunciation on the second one, but they all seem to just be 3 sections of 3-lettered words that end in R. Which is a weirdly specific naming convention, but that can only take you so far. Oh, this is a dungeon. I was not expecting this to be a dungeon. Okay. This is about time, though. Let's see how bad the queue times are for the level 93 dungeon. Not bad, actually. There's an 8th raid around here as well, isn't there? Well, since we're waiting on a dungeon queue, may as well see about getting the 8th raid. Also, yes, welcome to Sorrow. A lovely place with bombs that exist. Oh, that was really quick for DPS. Slight benefit to the expansion, at least. Current dungeons don't have a super long queue time, at least. Even if you are DPS. Not quite instant, mind, but better than nothing. Warcore Zamor. Let us see what's on the mountains of Zormor. Everyone's actually got some good glam going, too. No one seems to be in piecemeal. They're running, aren't they? With all these new dungeons, everyone seems to be very gung-ho about just running forward through the trash pulls, which isn't inherently a bad thing, it's just very weird. But I may pay a little bit more attention to this, if only because the dungeons are a little bit tricky. That's just scared of you. Do. What else you got, motherfucker? Oh, I guess I'm full. The only problem with that skill is that the skills aren't AoE focused at all. They're all single target. That's alright, though. Alrighty, next. We have a very aggressive Totoro, apparently. Hello. Not quite what I was expecting, but sure. Ooh, that's not good. There. Easy enough. I'm certainly no stranger to ice. Oh god. Noted. That out of the way. Okay. That was risky, but we'll take it. And aiming. Okay. Not a huge concern right now. There. No. Then get rid of you. Then a handy little jet stream upwards to a bird. Oh. I guess the first prince is already here. Or the first promise, rather. Good. Slaying. That would be not Viper. That'd also be not Viper. And then the healing amulet and the Viper hat. Okay. I can say that the drop rate on the Viper gear has not been my friend so far. I've had to run the dungeons a few times just to get a majority of the gear from them. But that's just the desire sensor not being your friend at the end of the day. That's nothing new. There we go. Then a new one. Thankfully, that doesn't just drop us into a cliff. No. That looks like a different hat. Oh. Oh, sweet Jesus. There we go. Let's see. Nice. Getting 4 pieces of gear on the first run. Maybe I do just need to shit talk the dungeons more. It'll actually give me gear I need. Just do this. God damn, they are jumpy. The maiming gear. Viper's gear set is just so mixed, I swear. There. There. Go. Get some of my buffs back on. Because you need your buffs as Viper, else your damage sucks. Although apparently Viper does better AoE damage than Pictomancer, so that's at least good to know. If not a little weird. And then here's the High Priest then. I'm assuming this is a slightly longer cutscene. Yeah, that's definitely Gerfler. He does look unique too, which is good. Although, why does he want to fight us?
Elector of the Dawn Servant, prepare to be tested.
Okay. Sure.
Prove you are worthy to rule.
A good old tussle. Oh, they started without me. Oh, that's a good sign.
Chronicles of End. Return the hunger of roiling waters.
Now, I'm a little concerned as to what his little tiles do. Guess we'll see.
Chronicles of End. Recount the fury of erupting peaks.
Ooh, boy.
I will take the measure of your resolve.
Oh.
Implacable strength of the mountain, be mine!
Oh god, this mechanic. Guess I'll grab that. Looks like he didn't get any of them, so we're good.
My brethren, your thunder roars! That you should endure my fury.
Yeah.
Chronicles of Age
That's a plant.
are the cruelty of merciless
Oh boy.
storms.
Ooh. Okay. Nothing wrong with a little bit of wind. Oh. A little bit of a problem with a bit of wind. Noted. Now we're getting a mixture of the mechanics. So flowing into bad. Noted. Actually, I need to pop more of these anyways. Ouch. This is a bad time for an ad twitch. Won't kill, but... Come on. Considering this is a 93 level dungeon, we shouldn't have to worry about any extra pieces being needed. There we go. Lovely. Well, I'm not sure why the High Priestess, or why the High Priest wanted to fuck with us, but... Oh well. We succeed. Because we are champions. Healer can get it, and loot. Nothing of what I need. Oh well. I have a fun little hat for the moment. Oh, I guess which does have a puffball on the back of it. Anyways, hello there.
Very good, Claimant. Once more, I name myself Gur-Fulur, High Luminary to my people, and chosen Elector of the Dawn Servant.
Fair. Probably would need someone with a gourd for a beard as their elector.
You are much bigger than the others in the village.
Yeah, that's because he's old.
All Yokwi were once my equal in size, but ever since we were decimated by disease, it is rare to see a child reach our former stature.
Ooh. Ooh, it's a generational sickness then.
Speak of the contagion which afflicted the Shaktural expedition. The one recorded in your murals.
So, it's a combination of it can kill the people, it can make them impotent,
The legend of
and it fucks with the actual growth of their species down the line for any who may have sired children afterwards.
Legend originated with the Yokhui. Is this true?
with the visions our ancestors had, to be precise. Preceding the campaign into Shak Tural, many were visited by dreams of glittering splendor.
Okay.
They
The Golden City.
described a paradise that knew neither war nor famine, where people lived lives of eternal happiness.
So El Dorado, how that's usually celebrated.
The dreamer might have been dismissed, but when dozens, if not hundreds, spoke the same, the luminaries became convinced it was divine revelation.
Which is fair. A collective dream will do that.
Then the expedition.
Its purpose was to find the City of Gold. Yes, help was marshaled from all the territories under our control. Lands were scoured on a massive scale.
So even they tried finding it. Okay.
Ah, little wonder the legend is so similar across Tural. Those involved with the search would have passed the stories down to their children.
Correct. Not a bad setup, in all honesty. Also, hi there, Second Promise. You're a bit late. Yeah, because he probably couldn't climb the mountain.
Payment, I see. I will test your worth, as I have tested those who came before you.
I guess we need to step aside then. Oh, he's got steroids, so he's ready for the fight. Okay. Or an energy drink. Yeah, he's looking for a tussle then, Cred.
I think he means.
Yes, he does. Have fun with that, you two. Or three, rather. 2 guns and a dream. Have fun. Can the Second Promise actually do this, though? I know Thancred and Urianger can fight, but, like, we know nothing of the Second Promise. Oh, they're not flattened on the ground. Urianger is tired, though, unsurprisingly. Okay, so Second Promise can hold himself. Good.
Well fought, Second Promise. For you and your sister's success in performing the feat of proof, you both shall be rewarded.
I like the idea of them not wanting to animate how a Titan of his specific size actually just grabs these pebbles. These would be smaller than his teeth. I can't imagine how he kept them. But now we've got the 2-header and the First Promise.
Race thee and thine to the summit, though mayhap not whilst being hounded by Bakul Jaja and his minions.
Oh, is that why they're late?
Again, that swine shows his disdain for the right.
Strangely, despite his eagerness to antagonize us, he withdrew as soon as we fought back in earnest. I cannot fathom what he was trying to achieve.
I mean, to delay you. Because he probably failed this fight.
On a similar note, I'm also curious as to why you chose the peak of Warkor Zormor for the conclusion of this feat.
Because he was testing our mettle. You're climbing a mountain, then
Earlier stages
a vigorous
saw us learn the
fight.
history of the Yokhui. Does this location also hold some special meaning for your people?
There is the tower.
Yes, it is a place of great significance.
Is this a grave to someone important?
All these monuments. Is this a burial ground?
Literally fighting the High Luminary on the
Every
cemetery.
high luminary before me is enshrined in the
Oh.
earth.
Oh, this is where all the priests are buried. Okay.
Heroes who bravely stood their ground when Valigarmanda brought ruin to Urkopacha 8 decades past.
Okay. Not a bad idea. Oh, the first promise.
That explains why there are so many.
Zorolja, I should have known you'd arrive here first.
And then... yeah, his attendant, who is not quite as physically capable as the first promise.
Ah, third promise. How relieved I am to find you in good health.
Dude, you literally lost your breath coming up here.
Zorolja, you bastard! I should end you here and now!
Remember where you are. You will mind your conduct, or you will leave.
Don't fuck with the priest.
Right. Sorry.
I see no reason to delay further. Show me my father's sepulchre.
Papa has a grave?
I mean, they're not graves, they're listing of their story. If they're dead, it reminds you of what their story is, but, like, it's not their pure grave. Like, the living have their graves here, too.
Upon this monument are inscribed the names of those who sealed away the monstrous Valigarmanda, your fathers included.
You didn't learn the lessons, Wook.
Jaja, master of resolve and reason, champion of peace.
Good collective monument, too.
Look at this one. Kettenram, navigator of uncharted oceans.
The sailor, good. And we're getting all the names, people.
The Laminsan explorer. Does this mean he joined Galul Jaja on his travels?
Yes. He was that explored.
Kafkiwa, seeker of the unknown. How strange to see your name here.
It was unheard of to build living sepulchres for those who were not Yokwi. But their great deed demanded recognition.
Yeah, I'd say that's fair. They did kind of save your nation.
Resolve and reason, champion of peace. Papa really did some amazing things.
He did, but now he's old.
He carved his path with martial skill.
Well,
It was clever
a few
thinking
things.
which allowed him to trap Valigarmanda within its own ice magics.
Martial skill and clever thinking.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's almost as if they want you to be well-rounded.
I can't compete with Zorolja's mastery of the Head of Resolve's techniques.
Correct.
And when it comes to knowledge, Kona's the one who most takes after the Head of Reason.
Yes.
Is there anything that I've gotten from Papa? Something I do better than the others?
You make friends better, to be fair. Oh, we can answer. What else defines your father aside from strength and knowledge? Yeah, his love of peace. You have a better connection to the people.
Of course. Papa's love for peace, for his people. That is what he's given me.
Yes, he's given you morals,
And
which is
I'm fighting
better than what you
to
can say about the
preserve
first.
peaceful Tural he built.
That you are. Now, where's our two-header at? Because we kind of just... Oh. That's where the two-header is at. I guess the smoking gun did need to be taken off the mantle. Best run, guys. Yeah, Alphano's still down there.
We must return to Warlar's Echo immediately.
The Jewel Jaja.
Valigarmanda has broken free.
Yeah. That's not surprising.
Presume that was about the unholy sound?
Time for a team up.
Free.
Someone melted the ice prison. Oh, hey, Azo. Welcome in. And of course, those are broken. Oh, God, how did I fix that before? I'm using the right program for it.
How fortuitous. We have been gifted an opportunity to outpace our rivals.
Fixing. Did I refresh the source? Why does that have a 5th piece on it now? I don't think it's refreshing the source. Let's see. But how's it going, Izo? You enjoying your evening so far? Are you at least able to not be completely frozen during this evening? God damn it, how did I fix this? It's not logging out and logging back in. That works. That works. Ouch. What evening? I just woke up. Look, man, I just look at the time on the clock. I'm not necessarily caring where the sun's at. There we go. I guess I just needed to actively relog into it. A 5th tribute has been added to the gauge. Once sufficient energy has been stored, you can activate Reawaken, which will open the Alguine tributes on the gauge. I'm not sure what a 5th slot entails here, but I'm assuming the button will flop when it needs to. Doot. Well, the only thing I can realistically say for you at the moment is, hopefully speaking, you're not becoming a popsicle. So I know that can become a problem. But we're just here, chilling. Managed to get a surprising amount of gear from the dungeon. That is fugly as sin. But we managed to get 3 pieces of it? Technically 4, but one of the pieces does not appear to be... Ah, that's why. That is hands. Right, because the gloves are full. Because I didn't get rid of them when I needed to. That's a bit better. Yeah, we're just enjoying some Viper times. Seeing what we can do. They've been piling a smoking gun on us for a little bit now, and they're finally revealing said smoking gun, which I assume means that we're going to have to kill whatever has popped up, since I know that can be a problem. Just to the south. Okay. And right now I'm just going after the windy orbs, because they are annoying, and I don't know if we'll actually go to these places anytime soon. Southeast. East. There it is. Come over here, please, and thank you. I'm just a little guy and a bear. Oh. I guess in that case, Izo, make sure you can enjoy your breakfast and don't get too sick of fishing. Because I know the smell on that can be severely questionable at times. Hello there. I'm gonna kind of go fishing. Yeah, you do. Huh. Interesting running emote. I do prefer a fish emote that I've seen from others, but always good to have a run emote. And I guess to anyone, really, make sure you're paying attention to your gachas. God forbid you actually forget about your daily rotations. Like I may have. I'm actually working on the Toho Lost Word stuff right now, if I'm being honest. It's one of the games that I can set and forget. At least occasionally. $391 to the north, which is probably that. Actually, no. Probably be in there. Excuse me. Please leave me alone. I'm trying to save your town from being eaten by the giant sky dragon. Oh, whoops, I went the long way. You can snake in through the initial graveyard if you need to. Oh well. We'll just say we're going to apply our glamour again, because this 93 outfit is ugly. A little scholarly, but ugly. I believe I put this on... yeah, 6. Good. And then go to portraits. Oh. Yes, proceed, it's fine. Refresh gear set. Then do this. Alright, hey Alpha Note. There's much I would explain, but by the time I arrived to investigate a sudden surge in ether, there was already fallen giants everywhere. Right now, everyone is preoccupied with treating the wounded. Try to catch your breath and lend a hand where you can. Oh? I mean, I'll take some free Iris dye. You may now enter the place with trusts. Yay. Anyways. If you are ready, there are many injured here that need aid. Should you find anyone passed out from their wounds, I ask that you alert me to them. Otherwise, I shall be tending to whomever requires the most urgent healing. We can gather here once we've seen to those people's hurts. Okay. Didn't know the giant guards are still up, at least. These the people I talk to as well, aren't they? Yeah, Yorger were. Hello. A searing heat enveloped my entire body. I couldn't move. Dude. Let's see here. Dude. Then we go over here. Hello, Zerbular. My wounds are nothing serious, but this dryness in my throat is as if the moisture has left my body. That's admittedly concerning. Having all of the moisture leave your body would be the equivalent of being in the desert for a few hours without any help. That shouldn't really happen just from a dragon waking up. At least not without some ill intent. Everything burns, the touch of cloth is agony. Yet I will live. Leave me, there are others in more dire need of help. Oh, look at you putting on a brave face for your friends. Gotta love it. Alright, Alpha. Let's see what you got, sonny boy. Alright, Alpha, what you got? I've done all I can for now. The injured you found were awake and alert then? Yes. One was in searing agony, but he said to help everyone else first, so... Hello. I hope you left them comfortable. Many were suffering from burns to a greater or lesser degree. Did a fire sweep through the village? The details are unclear. Yeah, I guess you were kind of halfway up the mountain when it happened. Oh. Oh, dear. Did the people who wanted to conquer this land think it'd be a good idea to release the near world-ending dragon that killed almost half their civilization in hopes of actually reconquering the lands? Sleepy bot hours. It'll only be Thursday, though. They all just run and we stand there. This is fine. Hello there, Temple Guard. High Illuminate grants you entry and awaits you within. Oh, he did come down from the mountain, then. Still raises the question on what the two-header was doing. If the two-header was the cause of this, or if the extremists did something. Oh, they completely melted it. Oh dear.
So it's true. The ice has failed.
Well, I mean, someone failed it, rather.
Surmurwar, tell them what you told me.
A short while ago, a claimant paid us a visit.
It was the two-header. For fuck's sakes, this guy needs to die. He has caused so many problems at this rate. Actively harassing all the other claimants, not actually doing any trials correctly.
Who enters this hollow
The two-headed asshole entered these halls, mate.
A claimant.
Oh. And here we have the mighty Valigarmanda.
That you do. Did you just instantly melt it?
With every awakening, it has seared its ruinous name into the memories of a new generation.
What a good little terror. You've stayed napping right up until the day I needed you.
He would release a world-ending threat just in hopes that it helped him.
Yourself.
It is as they say. Gulul Jaja caused its magic to run rampant, trapping it in a frozen prison of its own creation. Clever. Clever.
It was clever. Cleverer than you'll ever be, the Mystic.
It would be quite tricky. Two spells must be cast at the exact same moment. A conflagration intense enough to melt the ice, and awakening flame to rekindle the slumbering Vitral's soul.
Why would you do that,
The
though?
only ones capable of such harmonious execution would be the heads of reason and resolve. And the blessed siblings, Bakul Jaja.
Not even close. He's definitely got the power. But, like, why? How dumb are you?
But I already have. Rise and rage, little terror.
It's a shame that cool is in his name, because he's very much not cool at all. This is also going to be a player-based instance, isn't it? I thought this was going to be a part of the dungeon boss. Well, the Danger Noodle is now on the loose, as is expected.
I might have overdone the fire a bit.
Utter madness. Why have you done this?
Because he's a moron.
For the throne, of course.
What were you expecting?
You unleash calamity for your own gain? Have you any idea how many may die?
Yeah. I'm surprised you haven't just killed him as is.
Live up to your legend.
He just doesn't care. This man needs to be stabbed. In any of his four eyes.
A messenger to Tuli Yolol has been dispatched. The Landsguard will send a contingent, I am sure. But there is no telling when they will arrive.
It's probably just a distraction to get us to do something about it.
Idiot! This monstrous act is a step too far, even for him.
Now, is the first going to help?
What's the plan?
Because the first likes fighting.
If we leave the withdrawal to others, it will be a massacre.
Correct.
Some might call it the wiser choice, if I don't want to fall behind the competition. But I could never live with myself. And my supporters deserve a better ruler. So that's that. I will stay and fight Valigarmanda.
We are your advisors.
Is an enemy so powerful that even my father failed to slay it. Alone, I don't stand a chance.
No, you don't.
I understand you've no obligation to aid me outside the right of succession.
But will you help me slay the most dangerous creature our lands have ever faced?
Urko Pacha and its people, I beg you, join me in this battle.
Silly cat. People can't say no to a cat on the internet. That's why their meme power is so strong. This is the challenge I live for. Fuck creatures like this.
Drawn to the chaos. You're as bad as Papa. Don't worry. The Sky Ruin should prove a big enough challenge for all of us.
Correct.
Far be it from us to abandon a dear comrade in her time of need.
That would be incredibly rude of us if we did.
Dear comrades now, eh? I have to say, it does have a comforting ring to it.
Alright, cat comrade.
Someone has your back makes it easier to do what you have to do.
Let's see what you got. Oh, the second is here too. Hello, second promise.
What will we do?
You want to help?
One committed to winning the contest above all else would race on ahead.
Gotta protect your sister now.
If you resolve to slay Valicarmanta, we'll need to find out where the beast went.
It probably went up.
That's what we have you for, old friend.
You already gave out the stone, so I mean, can't really change your mind now.
Inform the Bello of the danger. They may need to flee to lower ground.
Correct. Run, Temple Guard, run! Run down the mountain to see the penguins who will rip your wallet from your soul. Let's see here. And then this part will be unvoiced. Any ideas how we can track Valagarmanda? Tried and true method of comparing sightings with other signs of passage is the most reliable, but also the most time-consuming. There is a second option, not as reliable, but if we're lucky, it'll let us ascertain the Skyrune's whereabouts far more quickly. Well, it probably wouldn't hurt to try. Though a Toral Vidral of extraordinary nature, Valagamanda is still a creature of this world. Like you and me, it is thus sustained by corporeal energy and possesses a unique ethereal balance, which means the device should come in handy. This device should come in handy, rather. What you got in your pocket? Can we trust it? Is better than the Dragon Ball locator. It's literally just the pointing finger. That's technically a minion you can get as well, by the way, so it's still in the game's code from very early on. I should have it on one of my characters, because you just get it from the achievement shop for like 3 points. It can shift freely between the elements of fire, ice, or lightning. Hmm. It was just using a crap ton of fire, so I mean... Yeah, focus on fire. That should help us out a little bit. Won't that just confuse the hell out of the hand, though? Because Fire Aether is literally everywhere. Is not without its faults, as we were not able to input our core's unique etheric signature in advance. The device will respond to any living source of fire aspected ether. And there are bombs on this mountain, so... not the easiest selection to do. Yeah, Carl's got a point. We may as well do a little bit of investigating and see where the hand points. You travel with me then, in case the Seeker leads me in some other fiery fiend. We get to bodyguard the bunny, and we get a little tussle in between. Let's see what we can do. Our healer is staying behind. This is a good sign. Cool. Well, a giant murder bird has been released onto the lands. A bunny and a floating hand is going to be our tool to try and help out. The bunny is clearly hiding information. I'm just wondering when we're actually going to get confirmation on what the hell his deal is. God forbid the guy actually tells us anything about his life. We'll head to the outskirts of the village first, then set the Seeker to detect fire aspected. Cool. Do-do-do. Polar bear to the rescue. Alright, Erinville. Which direction doth thy hand pointeth? Once you choose Spartard, Erinville will accompany you. The Aether Seeker will begin leading you onwards. Okay, so we gotta follow the hand. Oh god. Affirmative. Tracking nearest source of fire aspected Aether. And it's slower than you. Come on, Final Fantasy. You should have at least learned to make NPCs match your default run speed, at least. I'm not even on Ninja. I can see why Ninja would run ahead of that, but... not every other class, dude. Not quite the legendary creature we're after. That do just be a fire sprite, yeah. That's just what's hovering above Solus's head all the time in the kitchen. Would you mind killing that fire sprite? It is not allowed to be existing. Oh, hey there, Maxie. Welcome in. NPCs should be 10% faster than you. Realistically speaking, yes. NPCs should at least match your base walking speed. 93, that's fine. But how are things, Maxie? Are you enjoying the Dawn Trail experience, or are you holding off for now? There we go. Ah. You're holding off then. Noted. Apologies on that. I guess this is a slightly better question then. Are you enjoying seeing what others are getting out of it? Who can export expansions and subscriptions? Yeah. You do kind of have to sacrifice a healthy amount with the, like, $50 every 3 months or so. Plus an extra $60 every couple years. It's a little bit of a sunk cost fallacy at this rate, unfortunately. But what can you do? You're either burning money on food or you're burning money on gams. That do be a rock. You can strangle Yoshi P, that's what... I mean, he is a Lalafell. So that'll help a bit. Although, he may kick you in the shins. So be very careful about that. Don't. Hello, Rock. Right, you don't get any of your other buffs when you do that. There we go. Goodbye, Lava Rock. Alright, Aaronville. Get that pointer finger back up. I'd ask if it gave you any trouble, considering who I'm talking to. You try to point out something useful this time. Alrighty. Where doth thy finger travel, Seeker? There's another fire rock up there, but that looks to be part of the environment. I don't think the finger will go after that. Oh, the crater? We can't really get rid of a crater. Granted, how fresh is it? Because that can help. Another remnant of Valamangar's last rampage. The crater's flames resigned to the Seeker as corporeal ether. I guess it's just rough confirmation then. Obviously, Dawnguard spoilers if that does matter at all, Maxi. Dawnguard. Dawn Trail. Dawnguard is something from Skyrim. And yes, it used to have itself trapped in its own ice. Important thing that the fire is classified as living aether. We can feed a sample of this Seeker and generally improve the accuracy. Oh, okay, that's good. Thank you, Erenville. Now, can you have your pointer finger go in the right direction, please? Good. This time, the Seeker should be attracted solely to the aether of the big boy. Resume tracking based on the latest sample. Sample signature detected, engaging accelerated pursuit mode. Oh, we can't even actively follow it this time. It's just going there. Okay. Guess we better hop on the polar bear then. I do kind of like the grungy, bad time music for here, though. They're making good use of the violin. Yeah. Although I will say, the one hiccup that my brain will not let me ignore is how many of the reused model assets there are in the expansion so far. There's just so many that are noticeable. Found you. We'll take that. Thank you very much. I'd have finished ARR by now if I wasn't so easily distracted by your work. Completely fair. ARR is admittedly a bit of a slog as well, so it can be a little difficult at times to try and keep your attention on it. As someone who's trying to run through it over 20 times, I can assure you. Oh, crafting jobs, not literal jobs. Okay. Definitely a little different then. Good. Why the crafting jobs specifically? Secrets drawn directly to the fire. Now I know we've set the correct parameters for the ethereal aspect. Try increasing the threshold for concentration. That should direct us to the beast itself. Okay. I do know that there's a friend who has most of their crafting jobs up to 100 now. So it's certainly not an impossible task to just level all your crafters before you worry about MSQ. Good. So all I can do is wish you luck, in the hopes that you can enjoy your make. Good. We're just tracking down a danger noodle at the moment. Nothing too complicated. A terrible beast that has been imprisoned for decades. It was set free by a moron who thought he could use that to his political advantage. You know the deal. And there's a lot of bulls up here. Hello. We're actually going back to this place. Okay. Injured Yakoi. Ironville. I think we'd notice if the beast was in the passage. Let's head through the other side. There we go. Made me get off my polar bear to tell me to keep going. Not allowed to do that, buddy. Alright, burner finger. Where are we going? Further in? Oh, it's spinning. That means it's literally right here.
Trail ends here, it seems.
So look up.
Could Valicarmanta have shifted its elemental aspect? It does have 3 to choose from, after all. In any case, I'm almost certain the Vitral was headed in the direction of Warcore Lardor. We should let the others know we have a likely location.
Yeah. We've got radios. Thank you. Could have solved significantly more problems if we just used that radio more.
Alphino is assisting the Yokhoi with their evacuation. He thought they could use a healing hand with the injured.
Sleepy bot can barely pay attention.
So where is Valigarmanda?
Oof.
Warkor Lardor. Its stratified layers contain a wealth of crystals, said to be the source of its many-colored glow. After 80 years of imprisonment, the Vitral will be in dire need of sustenance. It would have been drawn to the mountain's energies.
So Valigarmanda seeks to replenish its ether.
Correct. If it doesn't eat anyone along the way, I'll be surprised.
Stop!
Oh. Who's telling us to stop? Oh, these guys. Hi.
That mountain is sacred ground. I forbid you to set foot on it.
Of course it is.
Sorry, It is not our intention to trespass. But you must understand, that's where Valigarmanda has gone.
Can't just not go on the mountain if the beast of destruction is
Don't
there.
say it now. It will slaughter countless innocents. Just like in the old days, I beg you, permit us to enter.
Out of the question.
Oh boy. Okay.
Your band is incapable of defeating Valigarmanda. Either you seek to defile Warkor Lardor, or you are fools.
It's the latter, admittedly.
If you doubt their chances, how would you feel were we to join them?
The second promise. Please help us. We need a joined effort on this case.
The monument to Valigarmanda's defeat bears the names of 7 heroes. With our forces combined, we also number 7.
Seven weaklings are no less doomed than 4.
I don't know. We've got a healer now. We've also got the physically strongest candidate.
You've come to help as well.
I mean, not to help, but...
Against my sound advice. While the rest of you were tussling with this sky ruin, we might have secured an insurmountable lead.
Sorry, buddy.
A minor delay. It will not change the contest's outcome. I would take the measure of this Tural Vitral my father was unable to kill.
With both my brothers here, this battle is all but won.
Your celebration is premature. I never said I would let you pass.
I mean, if we fight you for it...
Brother, no! We do not bear arms against our own people.
They don't really sound like our people.
What an odd thing to say. As I recall, the inhabitants of Chir Wagur Sultan do not consider themselves members of the Tuliyolal nation.
They don't.
I'd hardly call them our own people.
What does that matter? Members or not, everyone in Tural is part of our dream for peace.
Technically. Yes.
If you would hurt them, then you'll have to go through me.
Can she stand up to the first with us?
She saved me from the mountain bird. Now, then, the same eyes
Eyes of stone. Words of stone.
That's a glowing ovation.
We are still in her debt. This is true.
Yeah, y'all tried jumping the girl. She did nothing.
Consider the debt repaid.
Thank you. We're gonna go slay the bird.
Misunderstand. We do not submit to Tuliolan rule.
That's fine. We just wanted to go kill the bird.
You've made your point. We can talk more once the contest is over.
I ask your name.
He is Wooklamat, good sir.
Wooklamat, protector of peace and soon-to-be Dawn servant.
If this quest succeeds. Which is still a question mark, but we are the main character. So we'll see. Anyways, let's go kill us a bird.
Even people with wildly different ideals can find understanding through earnest discussion. I believe that, wholeheartedly.
Hi.
As do I. I won't give up until we reach a compromise.
Oh yeah. So I saw an interesting YouTube short today about the Elden Ring DLC.
You survive. My old
There's apparently a hammer that you can just throw. A great hammer that you can throw very far, and it just returns to you as part of its Ash of War.
Mystery to me, brother.
So that's cool.
But I'm relieved to see you put aside the contest for the sake of the greater good.
I'll probably get that when we actually get to the Elden Ring
Our
DLC.
nation is a fortress, and its people the bricks with which it is built. The more that are lost or broken, the weaker Tuliyolal becomes. Even the crudest rock has value as a stepping stone.
Technically correct. If a little too straightforward for its own good.
Come on, you two. Forget about the right of succession for now, and help me fight this overgrown snake bird.
Time for a little bit of birder. Y'all are in for a good fight.
I don't care how strong the sky ruin may be. We're going to put this menace down for good.
Correct. You do have the Warrior of Light and Darkness with you. So, hopefully speaking, we'll at least be able to put a dent in it. Wait, what? During this quest, when using the duty support system, you have the opportunity to undertake this trial. The party of companions. Some of these allies' roles will differ from those you're normally able to select. Because you don't have Alpha with you, so your only dedicated healer is Urianger, and you may not necessarily want Urianger to heal. Trial, though, huh? Or Corlador. Let's see how long it takes. Yeah, it'll be a bit. That's fine. Probably a good time to get a quick stretch in for anyone in the audience that needs it, by the way. Still Thursday, after all. Still got one more day before we have to... Or we have the ability to calm ourselves and just chill fully. Especially with all the rain. The rain is concerning. Unfortunately, your boy does rust a little bit. And while he tries to figure that out, there are times where that can become a problem. Yep. Done that, done that. Is there anything I can do? I could try and get that. I can't imagine there's many more of these aside from that one, so... Shoot. Back to the Pelu lands. See if we can get that Aether Current before the dungeon, or the trial pops, rather. Considering it needs to look for 8 instead of 4, it'll probably be a little bit longer, but... that's okay. Oh, there's one I missed here? Really? I guess near the top of the cliffside then. Oh well, gotta find all the windy things anyways. Still mildly surprised I missed it though. Did I just not go far enough before? Ah, there it is. There we go. I guess this is one of the first ones you're supposed to get. That's fine. Cool. Now the next one should be like 1,020 away. 700, okay. This is fine. Can honestly just leave it like that for a bit and we should be relatively okay. I guess thinking on it, I probably should work on omni-leveling Jude as well. Would I want to omni-level Jude before I get the rest of the potato patch caught up, though? It might be in my better interest to just try and get all the potatoes caught up to the end game, then worry about omni-leveling. Just because omni-leveling is a tedious task that I'd probably just want to do in between anyways. And will require so much spare gear. Or it'll just be better to grind classes and sets. So doing all the tanks together, doing all the healers together. And then grinding the DPSs together. There it is. Oh, come on. You know what? Oh boy, there's a new button on that, isn't there? Hey, perfect timing. Howdy. Workor Lardor. Ah, Yeah, he do be eating. Alrighty. Time to murder us a bird. This is going to be a big fight. Oh god, his hitbox takes up most of the stage. Oh, this is going to go well. And surprisingly, I'm the only Viper here. Kinda figured there would be one or two more. Oops. Why did that thing just summon a slide? Oh, he swapped to ice, that's what he did. Okay. New moveset then, noted. Get that going. Ah, shit. Well, I guess I'm far enough away from everybody. Oh, that's what I get for standing in a double stack. Rip. Nope. You've got nice little levitation panels now. Good boy. They are being nice to me, even though I'm playing a Dragoon right now. Ooh. That's not good. Wasn't me who died, at least. And then there's the lightning. And fire. Don't really like my flesh being consumed. This is a fair enough warning. There. Switching to ice again. This is fine. Fuck. Not getting caught in that again. Oh. Damn. I'm gonna be dead again. Oh. Yeah, I was dead either way. Ooh, that killed most of the party. There. Dual tank buster, too. And there's the lightning bottle. As you do. Or the wind bottle, rather. There. And we're done. Lovely. I only died, what, 3 times during that? Could have done a lot worse. And we get someone doing some key mashing. People discovering new content is always fun. Do 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 do. Success noises. Always appreciated. But the birdie is now dead, with the combined effort of 3 of the children. And us.
We did it. We slew Valiarmanda.
We did. Congrats, the bird is dead.
A feat that even the great Gulul Chacha couldn't manage.
But
For you, Papa!
where's our two-header? All things considered, he probably did that for a reason. What was his reason? To stop us? Because they knew he would come defend it? I doubt it. He's not that far-sighted.
No denying it was an impressive achievement, but I wouldn't be so quick to claim we've outdone Father.
We did kill it while it was weak.
Thrall was weakened by decades of imprisonment. Had we faced it in its prime, we wouldn't have fared a fraction as well.
Correct.
How can you say that? 80 years couldn't have made that much of a difference. Could it?
Yes, 80 years while stuck in the ice jail would do a lot, Wook.
Oh, who am I kidding?
But still, we killed it.
Still the best.
We killed it at maybe like 30% of its power, but we still killed it. A good job. You're making progress.
You're right about that. Just need a few more battles like this one under my belt.
Correct. What's the first gonna say?
The Sky Ruin lies dead, and still, I've yet to prove myself the miracle.
No, I don't know if you could have done that on your own.
Well, I suppose we should head back and join Erenville.
And Alphino.
We did leave him with only Sarelja for company.
Wait, Saralja was the only one? Is he really just a schemer? I figured he'd at least be some kind of a mage. Friggin' Sarelja, you whiny little bastard. Your proud expressions bespeak a successful hunt. Not that I'm surprised in the least. Zaralja came back earlier, but left almost immediately with Saralja in tow. He seemed disinclined to share in any victory celebrations. Yeah, that's normal. No, it's Bukulja Ja that concerns me. He's probably far ahead now, making the most of the mayhem he caused. Still can't believe he did something so evil just to slow us down. If we hadn't slain Varamagala, it wasn't only Urkapacha at risk. There would have been deaths across the entire continent. I'm more certain than ever that Bukulja Ja cannot be allowed to rule. I have to catch him and take back my keystone. Yep. Oh. We're actually done with the map. Okay. The Akhui must still be anxious, wondering where and when Valamagala will strike next. I suggest we hurry back and allay their fears. Alpha knows as well, I should think. Yeah, we should probably go tell them that we killed the bird. Unfortunately, your bird cage can be used for something else now. I am missing one still. Is it in that blank area? It is in the blank area. Can I go there? Not from this direction. Oh well. You can from there, though. Oh well. Bird dead. Bird cage is now open for prayer. Let's see what the giants have to say about that. And not the bull. The bull can go suck itself. Gods be damned if I let something like that stop me on these travels. Let's see, 2.5. Aye. Spine is killing me. I guess that's a good sign that Maureen is actively coming. Aye. Go up and around. I do also appear to be inheriting Solace's inability to read when I'm tired, and I'm not sure I like that very much. Gonna have to get my eyes replaced at some point, I think. They may have run their course. Oh. Nope, keep going. We don't care about the rabble. They don't give us experience. That was a 93. Okay. This is fine. We shouldn't have any new gear either. Nope. Alrighty then. Alpha, no. Where are you with your little guns, buddy? We have dealt with the problem. Did we actively bring back proof that it's dead, though? Before I do anything else, we should talk to Gerferler. Probably, yeah.
To the temple, then.
Unless he's already out here.
Won't be necessary. Heroes of the hour.
No, we're good. Hello, Gerferler. Welcome, big boy.
Valley Garmanda is no more. Yours is a victory worthy of song.
And look at that, he's actually getting a chance to smile.
We had plans for a second feat to be conducted here in town, but the recklessness of your fellow claimant has rendered them pointless.
What was the second thing?
A second feat?
The feat of ice. You were to fortify Valley Garmanda's prison.
Oh. Okay, that's fair.
How shall we proceed, High Luminary?
To be fair, you don't need the prison anymore.
Would we test Zulmurwar? They have defeated the Sky Ruin and saved the gods know how many lives. If they are not worthy heirs to Gulul Jalja, then no one is.
Hello, mysterious giant friend. And the first. I guess he was just fetching them.
The last claimant has arrived. We can proceed with the formalities. For the skill and bravery the three of you have shown, I award you each a second keystone.
Huzzah. Progress has been made. We still don't know how the first actually fixed that agricultural problem. I'm still curious about that. Oops.
That makes 5.
Only 2 left to collect.
And 1 to recover.
Except that one of those 5 is in Bakul Jaja's thieving hands.
Oh.
He will answer for that. And for losing Valigarmanda.
So 1 to collect, 1 to retrieve then.
You have brought lasting tranquility to our home and earned the gratitude of every Yokui.
You're welcome.
May glory and prosperity continue to bless Tuliolol as we enter this new age.
Well, he's a nice guy. You could probably have a drink with him. Also, that chest tapping is actually from the Femme Mikote, so interesting reuse of that. Anyways, bye First Promise. He do got a path.
Much of a talker, our brother. If you're up for it, you should visit the capital. I'd like everyone to get to know you and your people better.
I'll consider it if it's one of you two who claims the throne.
That's fair, actually. The first is a hard one to get along with.
A missive from Sunperch. I'll be sending out invitations.
Oot. Cool. So we've gotten Friends of the Giants. This is a good thing. Oh, hey, it's one of the red guys.
Today is a day for unusual visitors.
Hello, tribe who hates the patriarchy.
You Wukliamat, was it not?
Yas.
I doubted you could slay Valigarmanda, but the quiet skies proclaim your triumph.
Correct. What do you got to say about that, buddy boy?
Been suffered to roam free. It would have terrorized us all. Once again, we find ourselves in your debt.
I mean, this was also for the entire continent.
We fought because we wanted to.
This wasn't just a threat to you.
A debt has been incurred. All the same, it will haunt me if I do not repay it.
I suppose that's fair, buddy.
I wouldn't even know what to ask for.
Perhaps he can tell us about the dreams of the Golden City.
True.
Oh, good idea. That was on my list of questions I wanted to ask.
Yeah, what do you know about it?
The Golden Dreams. Yes, we have records of our forebears and their visions from the time before the Shaktural expedition.
Well, that is what we're looking for, so if you got it, we'll gladly take it.
Your forebears see.
A heavenly land, suffused with a golden glow. Its people lived as gods, never aging, never dying, free from hardship and conflict.
I'd say that is a general good description for the Eldorado myth.
Was a palace, and in their midst reigned a silent goddess, a statue so tall even my kin would need lift their gaze to behold its visage.
Fair.
A statue of a goddess. That's new.
Aye, and compared to the abstract imagery we'd previously heard, this was a detailed description.
Yeah. Giant houses, gigantic statue, immortals.
Compelled to seek out the paradise they've been shown. They journeyed to Shak-Tural, where they died in droves.
To the common cold, no less, which is fair.
Those who go in search of the Golden City do not return. The tales Book Evu shared may have been rooted in historical fact.
Although they did die from a cold.
Perhaps. Who can know the truth of it? Once our ancestors left the forest, there were no more dreams. No dreamers.
Okay.
The forest? What do you mean?
From the very first, the visions were set to visit only those who worked the quarries in Yaktel.
Yaktel.
But after they were ravaged by disease and saw fewer newborns, they were forced to abandon that territory.
Okay.
Once
that is new info.
People's withdrawal to Urkopacha was complete. We never again dreamed of the Golden City.
So that does give an approximate relocation.
One specific area experienced the visions. Fascinating.
That is a good place to search, then.
We're headed to Yaktel next. Maybe we'll find out more when we get there.
Let's
Thank you
do our
for
best.
sharing your stories with us.
I do not require gratitude. I merely repaid a debt.
Oh, you silly little Vorpalor. That's just what we do.
Wook Lamat. I do not think our paths will cross again.
Not without special circumstance, at least. Or a New Game Plus revisit. But still, good progress. We got 2 more keystones. Gotta physically get 1 more and recover another, which isn't too bad. And you've got it, of course. I guess time we return to Toyol. After scaling the tallest mountain and battling a legendary beast to the death, even dauntless Aryans like you could probably use a rest. In any case, there are preparations to be made before we can visit the next destination laid out in the saga. The respite would be most welcome. I believe I hear the Borard and cabins calling our names. Okay. Are they just gonna drag us there? I hope not. I gotta get an Aetherite still, apparently. Okay, cool. As well as that, probably. Hello? Do you have the... You do. We'll grab 1 Aether Current quest. Then we grab this other one. Where are you? Alright, Mr. Polar Bear. There you go. Hello there, Garholor. And apparently you want to make some jokes. Or some traditional lights. That works. Alrighty then. Saltwater jar. Where do you want me to go with this? Now that the saltwater has received of your prayers, you need merely sprinkle it upon the glowstones scattered around the village and the ritual will be complete. Okay. Let's sprinkle some salt on the lanterns. This should be fine. Hello, glowstone. I come bearing salt. As if there were some kind of Minecraft PvP. Yeah, I think we will at least unlock the flying before we go back. Because unlocking flying can be really, really annoying in newer expansions when you just forget about it and leave the area. And you're just running all the way across the map trying to find what you actually need. It was never fun. Oot. Good job, Mr. Polar Bear. You're doing your darndest, and I always trust you. And sprinkle a little more. Lovely. Just a little bit of salt water. And now the town can actually see at night. God forbid they have to keep themselves safe from a dragon. And that one? Hello there, Garhodor. Or Garholor. You have finished sprinkling your salt. Lovely. Now, it might be better to get the last manual Aether Current before we do the side quest. The side quests for these are usually kind of short, so if it wants you to go to here, collect something, and then go back, we may as well just go... Never mind, we have to go to the other continent first. Oot. Excusez-moi. J'arrive. J'arrive ici. Bonjour. Don't actually remember what tired is in French. I'd assume it's J Tarrier, but I doubt it's Tarrier. It's probably something different. There's a lot of people over there. Are there people leveling on a fate train while they're here? There we go. Dead Minotaur. It's mostly done, but may as well get in there and help out a little bit. There. Ah, damn. Finished just as I was about to hit the right button for it, too. Guess I can't manually deactivate that. Alrighty. Hello, good sir. We have slain the Minotaur. He shall no longer haunt your dungeons. And this picture that I have here is just getting in the way of my monitors. Let's see, logs. Travel? see. Yeah, one physical and then one quest. Oh, I almost have flight there, too. I'm only missing one collectible. Okay. I may just go back there and grab that as well. Like I said, if you forgot one, it's annoying to go back. But sometimes you gotta. Dun, 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 dun. Hello. We finished your quest. Although just a regularly talked cutscene. Ah. Because that's tied to a chain. Noted. Oop. Alrighty. One big trek across the land. And then we'll head back to the main city. This is also a smarter way to get back to the main city anyways, so... Nothing super lost. This should be like 700, 600 to the west. Okie doke. Guess we just gotta make our way across and we're good. Really? I guess I'm in 93 gear, so... They're still relatively justified in attacking me. Should just be west. Yeah. 340 to the west. So it's going to be somewhere on these cliffs. Wonder which one, though. Because I swear I came here with the express purpose of going up and down these already. It was literally right in the city. I went exploring over mountains and crevices, and it was just right here by the alpacas. There we go. It's always nice to get the Freebird achievements. Let's see here. I guess turn Reaper on. Let that get the experience from this. If it does scale like what I'm thinking. It does. Okay. Then we just gotta grab down there. Also, as good recommendation, every mount in Final Fantasy XIV can fly. So you don't have to worry about getting a mount and not being able to be airborne with it. It is perfectly capable of flying for you. Some have really weird animations for flying, mind. But they all can fly, which is good. Oh, right, I need to get rid of that. Don't need the flag on there anymore. And while this isn't a flying-only area, certainly nicer to get here via flying. Although this does look like where our danger noodle was taking roost for the most part. A lot more craters here than what I figured. Alrighty, off to the main city. Actually, no. Before I forget at the very least. Travel, Aether Currents. Go to here. Let's get flying here as well. It'll just make life so much easier if you do. 1,500 to the northeast, so probably up in here somewhere. Alright, Mr. Polar Bear. Let's see if I can find this. Let's see. Can I jump from here? Looks like... no. Ah, come on. There's walkable ground down there, game, please. Yeah. Only a small hill here. I'm gonna let us go down. Eh. Nothing here is gonna let you jump down, is it? Come on. I trust in you, Bear Man, but you really gotta work on your hops. We're not gonna be able to play professional lollaball without a little bit of air time. Yes. It really just will not let you go down. Okay. So we have to get there through the bridges from the city, then? I'm more surprised I just missed this. I figured I would have grabbed this during the questing period. Here we go. Back to the Aetherite. Let us abscond to the city. You probably won't let me go down, right? This probably won't let me jump down either. Especially not with these Widowmakers. I guess the idea is just to go to there and then run over. I could have saved some gil. Okay. We are now on the ground floor. Let us do our best to actually stay down here. Ugh. And I guess they really don't want you in the muddy water. Oh, right. You can only swim in water once your mount has the ability to fly. I guess it'll still let you swim in it, but... Probably not the greatest option. Well, a certain alpaca seems to keep liking my Final Fantasy XIV thumbnails, at least. Don't quite know who they are, but they're either a big fan of Final Fantasy XIV, someone who's just actively clicking for Dawn Trail, or something else of the matter. I don't know. Maybe we'll see them in chat at some point. Maybe they'll respond to a tweet with something. '85 to the northeast, okay. Hello there, Ocelot. How are you doing, little guy? Yeah, there it is. That would be why I didn't go for it. There we go. Does some Oka flying. Just as God intended it. Probably should have done map discovery on the lower level classes, actually. That's a bit of a waste. If it's giving minimal EXP, but still good EXP for the lower classes. Like Pally. Pally is going to need a good bit of work. We're at about the 3-hour mark. Ugh. Brain is just supremely tired. And I did eat. I am not pulling a Jason. I did have 2 meals today. That's better than what some people seem to do. It's probably just the fact that a storm's coming again. It's just completely rotting my systems. Hello. Rest well. We can meet back here later on. I have a small errand to run in the city, so I'll leave you to recover. Will you be heading to the palace? Kitty. I guess Kitty is not here to chat. Alright, so let's see what these houses on the ocean are like. I'd imagine there's not much reason to go to these outside of role-playing purposes, but are they actively open to the public? Your cabin is just as you left it, minus a light layer of dust. That's fine. Not good to sleep in a dusty room. Can really screw with your sensors. We got a visitor. Hello. Oh, look. Hello.
You have a moment?
I believe we do. Yeah. What's up, kitty cat? Are you here for some wine?
There's something I wanted to talk to you about.
Is it about the fact of you not having a horn? Because that's been my question for a good long while.
So,
Girl, we're half your height. We're not that intimidating. Just spit it out. Granted, us staring at her angrily is really not helping.
It's just too stuffy in here, that's what.
It's literally an open-door cottage, girl.
We should go outside. Aye, a nice walk in the fresh air. That's what we need.
That's what you need. I can live in a closet if I need to. Alright, what? Taking one of my favorite places. That should help me get my thoughts in order. Oops. Resplendent Quarter and make our way up from there. Alright, guys, enjoy your rest. Hey, by the way, can we please climb up several sets of stairs? I can see why people are running away then. Still a good amount of people actually starting things off, too. Unless there's something more to this area. Go to here. Alright, look what you get. Can't be lounging in bed all day when you're out there fighting your hardest to win the throne. Oh. I guess she hurt herself on her way home from work. I love this nation of ours, and lending you my support is the least I can do. Aww. What a caring grandmama. Oi. No, ma'am, don't worry about it. The party sizes do need to be a little small for this. Because, trust me, a lot of people are vying for the throne right now. We've got our work cut out for us, if anything. Anyways, you good? Yes, you are getting distracted. Girl, please. Dude's live. I can finally take my eyes off the wall. Nano, I've been live for 3 hours. But welcome in. Hopefully the evening's running well. It's probably a good reminder that I've shifted most of the streams to start at 6 p.m. now. So that's why most of them are probably short from the perspective. If you're joining in at 9. But welcome. Do hope everything is going alright, not to dampen your artistic spirit or anything. I saw someone staring for 3 hours. Sometimes you do gotta get your eyes adjusted just a little bit.
This is much better.
Yeah,
I used to
welcome.
come here all the time when I was little.
We're still not even halfway into the expansion, by the way.
And whatever worries I had would seem so small.
Because we're still in the 93 range for levels. Expansion levels do go to max level.
At the top of Warkor Zormor? That I would fight to preserve Papa's peaceful Tural?
Correct. We still have 7 levels of content to technically go through. And it's not just instant.
Well, I've been thinking a lot since then. About what peace really means. If it's just
Yeah.
the absence of war.
Most of the expansions for 14 tend to be a little bit chunky.
And it brought to mind all the best parts of our journey so far.
A lot of voice acting too, to be honest. Well, that's the fun part. Not all of it is actually voice acted. As nice as it would be, so I don't have to read everything, but only quote-unquote important cutscenes have voices. And even then, not all of them. No, I would say it's maybe 45 or 40. It does not even feel like 50.
I realized nothing gives me greater joy than the happiness of others.
It might be 50, but it does not feel like 50.
Life has its ups and downs, but the company of family and friends and the music of their laughter is what makes it worth living. And as silly as it might sound, I've come to believe that those smiling faces are the best measure of peace.
Which, to compare to an earlier argument that I try to avoid when in direct contact with Mousy and her community, that doesn't really help the length of ARR at all, because some of the voice lines in ARR are voiced, but I would say maybe 30% of ARR has voice. The rest of it you're reading for everything else. So that's part of the reason why A, it feels like a slog if you're reading through it, or B, you don't know what the fuck's going on because a lot of it's not voiced and a lot of people skip it. I have the luxury of skipping it because I've gone through it at least 10 times by now. So I remember at least the main plot points. But going through ARR during a virgin run is not easy. Dialogue skipper. Yes, dialogue skipper. I've already read it at least 5 times, Nano.
Is my plan.
I'm not reading it another 17 times. I may have enough time to play this.
I'll build on Papa's peace. Our people will live together in happiness.
I may have the time and determination to do the potato farm. I don't have the time and patience to reread this entire story 25 times.
It's just like Kryl said. By taking the time to hear their concerns, understand their feelings, and consider how best to serve, with each passing day, I'll be that much closer to becoming the leader I want to be.
I'm not skipping the current story, at least.
It's hard for me to say how much I've changed since the contest began. But there's one thing I can say with confidence.
There isn't much I would say is, like, completely bombastic about Dawn's Trail's story, but, like,
This far without you as allies.
it's a calmer story. Nothing is too far out there.
For you all listening and feeling and thinking along with me, I would have never learned so much, and in so short a time. There are 2 keystones left. After everything that's happened, and imagining what could happen.
Honestly, that's fine if you want to skip, even if you've never read it. If it's not voiced, probably not important anyways. Sadly, no. There is a lot of actual important dialogue in this game that is stuck to non-voiced cutscenes. like, important stuff is voiced. There is some non-important stuff that is voiced too, but not all of the important stuff has voice to it, is the issue. It's an awkward balance. But that's just how they decided to do it. Damn, I left food out on the table. Jude, come on, my man. You gotta do better than that. I also do think it is mostly possible to actually make Jude in Viroid. That may be a project in the future. Or at least make this potato in Viroid. That might be possible. It'll be a bitch to put together, and I'd need to find a way to thicken his arms and legs a little, but you can make a Lalafell in Viroid proportionate, just not for the proper thickness. For me, though, I use every chance I get to learn some English, especially pronouncing and voice acting. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. MMOs do give you a good amount of usage for actually practicing another language. God. I probably shouldn't put it in French. Out of curiosity, can I put the voices in French? I don't think I've actually looked on how to change what language is spoken in this game before. There is a way, but it might be main menu territory. Yeah, probably main menu territory. They would not let you fuck with that mid-game, I'd imagine. There's quantifiable reason to change the language in-game as well. Just because a couple of the languages are actively faster for cutscenes. I believe the more common ones are Japanese and German are the faster languages for the most part. Although they do try and kind of compile stuff together. Haven't seen any French voice actors for the games I've played. Yeah. It's a little more common for my end just because Canada, since French is our second main language. Since, you know, Quebec and the Atlantic? Is Atlantic on the East Coast? Pretty sure. All of the ocean provinces have a healthy amount of French on their side as well. It's not just Quebec that has it. I thought of Scottish too. That's kind of part of the reason why if you try to talk to anyone from Newfoundland, you're probably going to have a hard time actually understanding them. There is a very, very thick Irish and or Scottish accent on the Newfoundland, well, the older sections of Newfoundland. So anyone like 40 years or older, it can be a little hard to understand them. Because they're speaking English with the thickest accent possible. And part of that issue is they talk fast. They don't slow it down. They know what they're saying. So it's very fast, very thick accent. And it can be a little nasty to understand. Didn't know that. I think second language down here is Spanish. The US, I'm pretty sure, is English Spanish for the most part, yeah. Just because the US has a lot more ties to Mexico, so Spanish is kind of taught to kind of conglomerate with Mexico a little. Also, they are actively talking about what we should do next. I am half paying attention to it, but it's more so we need to collect some info and figure stuff out. Nice voice acting. Exactly my point. Like, this is important information, technically, because we didn't know where we were going after this, but it's completely unvoiced. You also notice with the unvoiced cutscenes as well, the animation tends to stick to, like, default movements, and nothing super special comes of it. I guess I can check on my other phone, actually. See how you change the voice acting language. Or if you can just change that part, or if I'd have to change everything. Because my French knowledge isn't that good yet to play this entire thing in French. Final Fantasy XIV change vocal language. Okay, yeah, you do have to do it from the title screen. Does look like you can do it separately, though, so that's good. They're gonna be basically the same, Will Clement. Unfortunately, a blimp is about the same as a boat. Sorry about that. Actually, I can just take one of these. Saves us from running across the entire town. Hello. Hey, Hrothgar. Hello. The next flight to Yachtel will be leaving shortly. Passengers are asked to keep hands, legs, and luggage inside the dirigible at all times. Well, thank you. This also won't be voiced. Oi. But the scaredy cat being a scaredy cat. As she do. Also, yes, your brother's inventions are good enough to stay in the air. You're fine, Wook. Come on. You ready? Bags packed and goodbyes said. There's no going back once we lift off. Wook. We fought gods. A bit of air travel is not our concern. Will you hold my hand just until I've settled my nerves? I am half your height, girl. Maybe ask Erenville. Will it actually let us hold her hand the entire time? Oh, no, we do get interrupted. Jason, probably gonna animate that. Oh. Hello. What's up, Mablu? We're able to discover the origin of Karl's earring? Oh. Yeah, that's kind of fucking important. How did you find out about that? Said before it has gained popularity in Yogg-Saron as a protective ward for travelers, correct? That's right, we tracked down the elderly merchant to whom first sales are attributed. According to him, the design imitates an accessory worn by a foreign mage he met at a market some 20 years ago. Little did he know that the charming taste of salt would prove to be a commercial triumph. Little did he know that charming taste of salt. Oh yeah, they do kind of call our lands the land of salt just because it's across the ocean. Foreign mage wearing this earring could only be my grandfather. The merchant happened to mention which market. One in Yogg-Saron, where it seems you are already bound. What luck, then I shall seek my next clue once we arrive. It is mere coincidence that brought my grandfather there, or... Yet another discovery to look forward to. That indeed. Thank you both for coming all this way. Indeed, that's a pretty long journey. Anything for the third promise. Good luck on the rest of the ride. Thank you, Mablu. Thanks, I won't let you down. Just got on board this dirigible, and I'm as good as there. Don't worry, Mablu, I'm not a chicken. Just gotta get on this blimp. Thank you, business penguins. We got this from here, hopefully. I really hope she wins. I do too. Yogg-Saron will test her mettle, without a doubt. The next Dawn Servant must be willing to bear the full weight of this nation's history, no matter how heavy it may be. And there's a lot of shit that went down in Yogg-Saron. Let's see what happens. I actually need to do my French practice. Ooh.
The hunters who laid claim to this land call it the Azure Forest, Yogg-Saron.
Well, that's pretty.
Battered by meteors in ancient times and colored mesmerizing shades of blue and green by nature, it is easy to understand why the place is so named.
Good reminder that blue is the rarest color in nature. That's why you can see a lot of mythical forests in fiction actually being blue, because that way it actually makes them seem like it's super foreign to anyone who looks at it.
It is here where the Shebral and Mamulja
There's
once
Lou.
battled for dominance, that the right of succession would reach its climax.
Yogg-Saron, Yogg-Saron. Lovely. I guess not the entire forest.
Are you all right?
I've never been good with heights.
Girl, you haven't gone outside your home before. You're not good with anything.
The vegetation is far denser than in Cosumauca.
I suggest you pay more attention to the ground, unless you want to walk straight into a cenote.
Cenote?
A cenote?
Okay, good. That is a foreign word.
Sinkholes filled with rain and groundwater.
Oh.
Many meteors fell here long ago, it is said, and after they struck the Earth, it became susceptible to erosion. Deep as some of the pits are, you'll not climb out in a hurry should you take a tumble.
So a combo of a mud hole and quicksand.
Don't
Noted.
take a tumble.
Fair. And we all just stare. One time is all that's needed.
Community depicted in the Lay of Repast close by.
Aye. We need but follow the path a short way west.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Right. I can't stand here with my knees knocking forever. Let's get going.
This Moogle mask also gives us a weirdly efficient amount of shade. The lighting engine is giving me new hope that this thing is actually better than sunglasses. With thicker vegetation comes reduced visibility. I advise you keep someone in sight at all times. Keep someone in sight at all times as you all leave. Let's see. Any of these close by? 160 to the southwest, so we're basically heading right towards it as is. Ooh, ringtails. This would be a good mount. Oh god, they're Nargacuga ringtails. No, bad. Stop taking from Monster Hunter. This is a raccoon. It does not need blade arms. $28. There it is. Hello, little buddy. You are the first of many. $252 to the north? Still to the north, so it is still on this landmass at least. Probably behind this tree. Nope. Still north. So... there. Presumably, at least. Up there? Soothing music, soothing streamer. I probably should have piano music while I'm doing stuff, shouldn't I? It would suit my voice a little better, considering how monotone it is. It doesn't quite fit the very, very high energy music I tend to listen to when I'm falling asleep. There it is. Hello there, buddy. Not very rock and stone. Nah, that's why we play rock and stone off stream. Granted, I'm not super talkative during rock and stone either, but that's because we're focusing on stuff. Trying to murder all the bugs that are trying to murder us. And sometimes the robots. You only need to press V, that's enough. Technically true, yeah. Just a little bit of rock and stone. Must collect for our corporate overlord. No, that accent doesn't work. I have to brush that up a bit. There we go. Although, as Shin pointed out to us in other channels, the guys who did the metal version of Diggy Diggy Hole did actually do a Deep Rock Galactic song in their metal style. It is a good song. I don't believe it's a cover. I do believe it's just an original, but they did good work. There it is. Let's see. The band's name is Windrose, I believe. If people can correct my failing hard drive, at least. Ah, come on, really? Entire thing is a hard block. I love that they could use the game models in that video. Well, Deep Rock Galactic isn't exactly funded by a AAA company or anything, so they were probably working pretty close to the dev team while getting stuff done. Plus, it's not exactly copyright infringement to use someone else's models in your music video. Not fully, at least. They could probably get away with significantly more if they wanted. But they were probably working with the company. It'd be weird if they didn't, especially for a project like that. Leave me alone, Ringtail Nargacuga. Like the Fillion situation? Actually, I guess with the Fillion situation in mind, they probably would have had to get proper authorization to use the models. So never mind. It's probably somewhere in the description that they were, like, working with the company. Because they are a big enough, like, group. So it's not like people wouldn't hear their music. Especially considering they're well known for doing music specifically for dwarves in the first place. Like, that is their brand. They're very grunge, they're very metal. They like to get dirty, they're good with rock and stone. Glory be to the rock and stone. Grunt. Well, grunge, specifically, with a G-E. Grunge in itself is kind of a style of music. Someone stay rock and stone. Yes, we're saying the rock and stone. We're discussing the music video, don't you know? This is the scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. There we go. Hey, we're almost to level 97 as well. Almost there. This will be unvoiced. Finding the Elector. Hopefully our relative tardiness will not reflect poorly upon us. I'm sure it's fine. Oh, hello. You're a Hrothgar friend. The third promise in her Retune, I presume. Retune. Look, Solace is back from surfing. Solace isn't... Oh, wow, that's a funky mustache, my dude. Solace is busy on vacation, so we gotta at least give him some time for surfing. I think that's his skin. Oh god, don't make me think of it as a Sylveon situation. The last thing we need is more flesh tendrils tied to animals. I guess on the topic of that, actually, I'm gonna have to worry about Pokemon Legends Z in the future as well, aren't I? They had a game planned for exploring the past of a region, and they decided to search Kalos over Unova. God, I'm still slightly pissed about that. There's so much lore in Unova just sitting on the table, and they decide to go for Kalos instead.
The presents have the third promise.
5 known we'd be waiting on your mangy hide. I wouldn't have bothered with a Ligarmanda in the first place.
Yeah, it's important this time.
You self-serving piece of weaver dung! Do you have any idea how many could have been hurt?
He doesn't care.
Now that we are assembled, let us begin. My name is Hunmuruk.
Hunmuruk.
As Rash, I have the honor of serving as elector on behalf of my people.
Okay. Thank you, Hunmuruk. Is this her actual father?
Claimants must be present for this feat. We have eagerly awaited your arrival.
Wait, all 4?
Third promise. If you would please join us.
Why did you need all of us? I like his hair. He does have a pretty nice coif to him, doesn't he? Hey there, depressed dad. But what's up? Why did we need all 4 of us here?
Thus far, you have faced each other as rivals. The feat of repast, however, will test your cooperation.
Oh, this'll go
You
swimmingly.
must complete this challenge in teams of 2.
Oh, please put us with the second.
What? You expect us to work with one of these weaklings?
Yes, but cool.
Be warned. Only the triumphant team will receive keystones. I advise you to cooperate with your partner.
We're gonna have to do a fusion dance somewhere along the lines, huh?
Teams will be decided by lots. Those who draw the same color will be paired accordingly.
Oh boy. This will go poorly.
Twelve forbid Wuklamat is paired with Bakul Jajar. After all he's put her through, I wouldn't blame her if she did something rash. I might even help.
As you should. Bakul Jaja's an asshole who deserves the stabbing. By my little potato hands, if so be it.
Claimants, please present your colors. I have red. Blue. On separate teams, then. And the rest?
Red.
Oh.
Which means...
Okay, so we are paired with a second.
Together again, as fate would have it.
But that puts Bakul Jaja with the first promise.
Victory's as good as ours.
That's still... Well, anyone going with Bakul Jaja is going to be a problem.
Thus paired, so too is their opposition.
Yeah, Bakul Jaja still has problems with the first promise.
Not the one head.
Listen well, for the trial that awaits you is as follows.
Oh god, please be generous.
Each team is to prepare a sample of traditional Shebrol cuisine.
What?
Shebruk Pibil.
It's a cooking contest? Why the fuck did we need pairs for a cooking contest? Their name is Cool Jar Jar? Bakul Jaja.
Another ludicrous feat.
Specifically Jaja. We're not comparing to Star Wars
Might
here.
seem, but there's bound to be deeper meaning to it.
Agreed. Given that the very future of our nation is at stake, all parts of this rite must have significance.
But that is just kind of the general naming scheme for the 2 heads, apparently. Buck something, and then Jaja is just a family name.
Rather promising, wouldn't you say? Indeed. If I were to guess at the significance of the feat, few things reflect the history and development of a culture so clearly as its culinary traditions.
Yeah, that's fair. Food is life.
The variety of stewed dishes in Garlean cuisine bespeaks their agricultural roots and cold climes, true.
Yeah. Got to enjoy a stew when you're living on the mountaintops.
Journey. they've all had different practices involving food and drink. The
Well-
Hanuhanu replenish their magical energies with reeds, while the Pelupelu have turned their fondness of beverages into a living.
AKA, they feed on alcohol.
So basically, to know a people's cuisine is to know something of their ways.
Yeah.
With each feat, we have deepened our familiarity with a given community's history and culture.
Correct.
Is this what Father intended for us all along?
Kind of. You need to learn about the lands if you're going to rule them. And the kitty agrees.
With his vision must see that the past doesn't hold the answers we need. It is through embracing innovation, not adhering to tradition, that we will usher Tuli Yolal onto a more prosperous future.
While true, history tends to repeat itself, and people seem to fail that lesson a lot. Also, yeah, those two are mainly fighters.
The rules are simple.
I'm not sure how they're going to do a cooking contest.
The first team to prepare and partake of satisfactory Shibruk Bivir will be deemed victorious. You will be judged by your sample's taste and appearance, as well as your adherence to appropriate cooking techniques.
I don't think Bakul Jaja has ever cooked a meal in his life.
Note that you may be asked to retry should your dish fail to pass muster. Let the feat of repast begin.
The repast also is probably the point where they celebrated their right, so this is fine. Yeah, they ain't working together. They hate each other.
Actually heard of Shibruk Bibil before. What's it like, I wonder?
Better ask the locals. He's probably just gonna steal it off someone's kitchen table. That's all he's good for, is thieving and trickery. And not even good thievery or trickery. He's the equivalent of, like, the orc who's trying to be a rogue, but they're still building on strength. It does not end well. How fortunate that Feat's unique situations have flustered Bakul Jaja's attempts to delay us. Yeah. Serves him right. That's what he gets for endangering my people with his schemes. Why doesn't he just compete fairly? He's plenty strong and obviously has a mind for strategy, twisted though it may be. Because he's lazy and admittedly stupid. He's got a mind for schemes, but he doesn't know what he's doing them for. Our team does have a distinct advantage. Most of our compatriots have worked together already. Yes. Like a good brother, the support's always there. Have you guys met the bulk detonator in Deep Rock yet? Yes. Yes, a few times. It has been a complication, to say the least, because the bulk detonators usually come about with a horde of other things. At least if I'm remembering the names correctly. I believe we've also come across the gold variant as well. I think the last time I asked that, you still haven't? Possibly. My memory is also garbage, so there's that. But yeah, we've dealt with the big explodey boy. We've dealt with the big explodey boy covering everything in gold. Still haven't quite gotten the big explodey guy that covers everything in diamonds yet, but I don't think the Minecraft collab has been of any success just yet. Oh. We're actually near stream end time anyways. Well, we may as well ask around the village a little bit first. Because I need to attune to that aetheroid anyways. Dude. Dude. Hello there. Alright then, let's ask about the local food, shall we? See if anyone's willing to give us a basic recipe of what we're looking for. A bright banana peel. Why are we what? It appears I've gone and dropped my Najul. I mean, Jatika banana peel. I could barely see it for all the steam issuing from my underground oven. Ah, there's nothing like enjoying a tasty banana while you use the leaves in your cooking. That's about as subtle as they can be, apparently. Hey there, Omega. Admittedly, male Hrothgar do kind of have the same physical build as... Oh god, what is its name again? Uzaru, I think? We had to cut our losses and head to Mamuk. This feat is nothing but a fool's errand. You are the fool. If you think he won't tan our hides for leather if we dare to return without enough keystones. Besides, we've taken from the house cat before. How difficult could a second time be? Subtle. So they're gonna try stealing from us again. As they do. Let's see. We'll at least get this initial part done looking for clues, and then we'll probably call it there. I do have a couple things I need to do before midnight rolls around. Wish I could tell you, friend. A dish so delicious is mean to be shared. Alas, we are forbidden from divulging anything. But your mentioning it has given me a fierce craving. I only hope there's still Ibruk to be had at the market. Okay. Apparently they were given a strict set of rules, but everyone's just like, nah, we're just going to make it easy for you specifically. Because you're also a Hrothgar. A number of spices, some entirely unfamiliar to you, are nestled in a basket. That one's called achiote. We mostly use it to add a bit of color to our most popular cuisine, but its medicinal benefits are significant as well. Well, thank you. Also, yes, this orb is my pet. I'm not sure if we were talking about minions before, but the accompaniment node is one of the ones I tend to stick to. If I could change its colors, I would like that more, but this one just in default comes in red. I'd like to make it green. There are a lot of good green-colored accompaniment nodes in the quest line. Hi there, Wilklamot. What'd you find? What did we discover about Jibrik Pibil? Good our prediction, the villagers were forbidden from educating us directly. Yeah. However, many were still preparing it as one might a staple dish. An observation of their techniques yielded clues enough. Correct. A lady blending local herbs and spices was too happy to describe the ones we didn't recognize, while neither confirming nor denying any relation to Zibrik Perbil. But one in particular she attributed to all common Jibral dishes, achiote as she called it. I see, then if Shibrik Perbil is indeed a dish of Ubiquitous as Alphino claims, we have confirmed our first ingredient. Meanwhile, I did observe a curve burying bundles wrapped in leaf at the Najul, or banana, in certain localities. It would seem the use of subterranean ovens is commonplace. I saw the same. Think we all know what's inside those bundles then, don't you? Bananas. Or at least banana leaves are a part of it. Because banana leaves are used a lot in ovens like that. A sizzling slab of beef. It smelled so good I could practically taste it. The squeaky flesh of a bipedal fish. Hey, Brooke. As would be expected of a dish called Zebruk Pibil indeed. Zebruk is probably just a combination of cooked variety of that substance. Combination of spices that include achote and steamed underground with najul or banana leaves. Banana leaves are good for cooking. People need to remember that. If our assumptions are correct, we must now learn where and how to procure our ingredients. Correct. As a staple cuisine, its ingredients would be close at hand, which is why Thancred and I scouted the surrounding forest while you were all exploring the village. Thank you. We can snooze the ad, we're not going to be here for long. Leave it to a master gleaner. Thank you, buddy. Part of the job. With that, we should next divvy up our tasks. While some gather ingredients, others should make ready the kitchen. I'm assuming you'd want me on ingredient gathering. Because I'd imagine we have to hunt down whatever the meat source is. Oh, Alphino's good with collecting wood. Good to know. I'm sure fanfiction wouldn't have any problem with that whatsoever. And Uriange in the kitchen, making sandwiches. Then Thancred collecting spices. Ironvel will be guiding us to the meat. Or at least Alice to the meat. I believe I'm capable of acquiring that much on my own. Okay. Banana leaves from the cat. Grow in the Jotika Heartland. Forests for far below these. Okay. Such an excursion may be time-consuming. Perhaps we ought to try bartering first. This feat encourages our communication with the locals, after all. Yeah, that's fair. Namachi, Jude, if you would accompany me on my errand. Sure. We've got knives. We can help with bartering. Presumably. Neat. Well, I'm assuming I'm still within a sanctuary here. This will be a pretty good place to call it for now. Just because I've got a couple other things to get done before I go to bed. Lovely. Well, hopefully everyone had a lovely evening. We'll be back to this tomorrow around the same time. Oh, wait. So if you do want to catch us while we're trying to figure out how to make a underground steamed dish with banana leaves, which admittedly sounds pretty common, all things considered, then you can join us tomorrow. And thank you, Omega. Join us tomorrow for a little bit of cooking action. Should be alright. But let's see who's online. Since I'm still trying to get semi-used to the earlier times slot. Viper is also going with 14. But I don't remember how far in he is. What are we sitting at? 4? Oh. Sushi appears to be just starting up. Ori's online. They're doing Elden Ring. I'd say that's fair. Nice. Alrighty then. Well, hopefully everyone enjoys your evening. I'll be back tomorrow with our usual shenaniganry. Make sure to say hi to Ori, just because they are a fun little streamer. Doing some Elden Ring, too. That's always nice. We'll get to Elden Ring at some point, just Final Fantasy is something I do like the story of now, so I'd like to be unspoiled on that where possible. But rest well, I'll talk with you later, and for now, bye-bye. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.